Oh, hi, Mark. Allow me to just zoom in the camera. How come I can't zoom? It's letting me do this every other time except now. So, for today's video, we are going to be crystallizing paper. Trust me, this works. I know for a fact. I've heard of proven examples. It's been proven. You need paper, water, and salt. Now you might also need soap. I can't remember though, but if this doesn't work, you need salt and soap. I sound boring. So, apparently, how this is supposed to work is if you soak paper in water, dry it with salt, by putting salt all over the wet paper, it will crystallize. That's why you also need a bowl of water. I'll be right back. Okay, so as you see, I rolled up this piece of paper, but I paused the video to spare you of watching that. If only the B movie could have done the same. I have a bowl of salt, and this bowl is full of water. So, something here's what you do. Now I'm going to add a bit more salt because later we're going to build a funnel to put it back in the thing. Okay. I don't know how long this takes, by the way. Pretty sure you do need soap, though. So, I'm gonna leave this for a bit and clean my hands. Because they are covered in salt. Something I should mention, there are also a metric hecatons of variables in this, so we might have the wrong salt, the wrong soap. You do need soap. I learned that. My dad's watching Star Wars in the background. So yeah, if this doesn't work, I'm still going to upload it, but we will try again another time if it doesn't. Okay, so it's changed up a bit. Now the small bowl has soap in it, salt. Big bowl still has water, new sheet of paper, and it's going to look like it's to the right to you, but this is my left. So to my left, there's a paper with salt laid out on it, and I spread it out in a very thick line. So it's kind of like a path of salt, which I used a butter knife to do. So now we're going to soak the paper in the water, kind of run it through the salt path, and leave it in the soap for a bit, and we'll see how that works. Okay, so what we've been doing so far, well, me, you're not here. So yeah, we dipped the paper in the water. We also had this. It was a lot more neat a little while ago, but a flat out runway of salt. Run the soaking wet paper through that. And then I'm leaving it in this pool of soap. And also after I did that, I poured more salt in it and mixed it around with that butter knife I said earlier. So now it's soaking in soap and salt. The salt has dissolved. And maybe in a bit it'll crystallize. But we'll see. If this doesn't work, we'll try another time. Instead of a butter knife, I'm going to be using a stirring stick. Don't know why I didn't do that earlier. When I said that, my mom just yelled from her room, "It's a spatula," but I'm just gonna call it a stirring stick. While I'm at it, I'm gonna make this video educational, explain something that happened to this very intranslucent orange liquid I have now, because it's soap and salt. Now, that's called saturation, and I'm noticing when I press into it, it's making a little crunchy sound, which means it's breaking salt. Well, it's been there for a long time, and it's dissolved most of it. What saturation is where it can't dissolve anymore. So, say this salt, for example. It'll hold stuff in it, and say, if it would, let's just say this would dissolve something. I mean, salt doesn't really dissolve stuff, but let's just pretend we're in an alternate universe right now where salt does. Say, you put something in the salt, it dissolves it, and it adds to the salt. It will gain mass, which means more matter is being added to it. So it doesn't just simply disappear and become the salt. If you were to keep doing this, it would eventually overflow because it just simply can't dissolve it anymore. Say, you got your two liquid atoms right here, your solid atom pulls it apart, and then the two spaces between the liquid atoms is filled in with that solid atom. Now, if you try to add more of that solid atom to it, in this case our salt, it won't dissolve it because it simply can't. That space that was there between the two liquids, filled in by the salt. Saturated, which means if you add more salt to it, there's no room. It's here, and there's just no more room. You just can't fit any more into it. And that's saturation. Yeah, a better way to say it is that you can't absorb it. Is that it can't absorb it anymore. And that's when you add more of your liquid, so that there is more space for it. That's what I did. And now there's less crunchy noises. I'm also going to let you know that this experiment is very willy-nilly. I don't have any measurements on how much salt I'm supposed to use or how much soap I'm supposed to use. Didn't even prepare that much. I'm leaving the paper to dry, and how I'm doing that, I literally just have it over the sink on an elastic band that I just pulled out of the drawer. So yeah. Thank you, the omnipotent elastic bands. If that wasn't there, I wouldn't be able to hang it up. I'd be just stuck here holding this wet piece of soap salt paper. So that did not work, but something I did realize, I can make things stick to walls. I'm actually just laying on a table right now.